Potato sandwich is here. Potato sandwich, hooray. Potato sandwich for lunch. Potato sandwich all day. Please welcome Autumn, Chip, Fisher, and Greg Fry Guy Russ.
You should feel bad. I hope you were panicked.
I was just like, oh, whoa, fuck. God.
Supposed to record at 10:30.
Yeah.
0 response. I think something's happened.
I'm trapped under something heavy.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe wanted to clean behind the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it fell on you. And then it turns out I just wasn't paying attention. I was doing my nails.
I just was not paying attention. But, I mean, I was prepared other days.
I know. I canceled on you the other days. I am too old for the week I had.
Yeah, what did you do? You went to baseball games every day this week?
I went to 3 games in a row.
Wow.
And I drank beer every night.
How much beer?
The first night was like 8 beers, 12-ounce beers, because at Citi Field on Tuesdays, it's $5 Tuesdays. You can get $5 12-ounce Coors Lights.
Okay.
So I had 8
and
of
those Coors Lights kept tasting better and better.
Then the next night, I think it was 5 beers last night, because I put this deposit down for season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I got free tickets last night, and then there was some pre-game thing where they gave us free food. There was like hot dogs and pretzels and baseball food, and you could get free beer.
Whoa!
So I was drinking beer there, and then before the game started, and they shut that bar down, the free bar, because it was in the bullpen area in the stadium, not in the stands. It wasn't accessible to everyone. You were allowed to go get like 2 more, and so I carried 2.
Okay.
Oh, not made for it. I'm exhausted.
So the first day you were hungover.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Coors Light hangover, so it's not terrible, but
yeah,
it's like you just don't feel 100%.
But then then you keep drinking, and then that kind of cures it. You're like, I feel back to normal after like a beer and a half.
Until you don't have another beer and a half. It's like, all right, time for my body to just process. And I've been drinking 0 water.
Oh, that's real bad.
I think, over the course of the last few days, I've had mostly beer, coffee, Dr. Pepper 0, and like 1 seltzer and 1 bottle of water.
Okay. That's not enough, probably.
Yeah, hydration's overrated.
I mean,
these people.
I don't know if that's wrong, but
I do feel it in my muscles, I think. There's sometimes when you stretch and it feels like a Charlie horse or something is going to come along. It's like in your calf, especially. It's like,
things feel like tight.
Yeah. Got to loosen it up and drinking some water.
Yeah.
Just water's so gross.
Oh. Do you really think water's gross?
I don't think it's gross. There's just 0 appeal, I should say. Mm. So it's more of an apathy than a disgust. It's just, even when I'm really, really thirsty, my body and my brain don't think I need water. I want water. I was like, I want something that's got some taste to it. Not to say that I wouldn't chug water. Like when I played soccer and that coach ran us to death and I was parched. I was like, yeah, give me some water. I'll drink the fuck out of it. That was
like 30 years ago.
Yeah. And if we had Gatorade, though, I would have gone for the Gatorade every time. Yeah. Give me.
Do you ever drink water out of a vessel that you can't see into, like a water bottle?
No.
I feel like that is helpful.
Why?
Because I don't know. There's like something about drinking water out of a glass that I don't enjoy. But out of my water bottle, I love.
I will agree with that. I don't ever drink water out of a glass, which is a shame because I'm not opposed to drinking tap water, but I will buy a bottle of water, but you can see the water in there.
Yeah, you can see it. I mean, that's, I guess, a little bit better. And I'll drink water out of a glass with a straw, but still, I'm not as into it as drinking my water from a bottle.
How much water are you drinking?
I wonder if it has something to do with like not seeing it.
How much? Yeah, because you're not really that drawn to it. Even if his liquid of life keeps me alive. It's like coffee's water. It's all it is water.
Well,
with some oils and caffeine.
Oil.
Mm.
But it's a dehydrator. So any water that it's providing you is like minusing.
Like celery.
Yeah.
It's negative calories.
Is that true?
I don't know if it's true. Does celery even have calories? Celery itself is mostly water, and then there's fiber. So I guess if there were 0 calories in celery, it would require energy to digest it. So therefore it would be net negative.
I guess. But like how many calories do you burn digesting something fibrous? It's got to be teensy.
A medium stalk of celery contains approximately 12 to 16 calories. It does provide some energy. Does it take more calories to digest celery? I get where it came from. No, it does not take more calories to digest
course
celery than
not.
to eat it. You will still gain a net calorie intake from celery because the calories burned during digestion are less than the calories contained in the celery itself.
Yeah.
So suck on that, negative calorie celery people.
Yeah. I have heard that rumor, that old wives' tale.
Does eating celery really burn calories? You already answered that, but it says it takes half a calorie to chew and digest the celery.
Okay, so
A stick of celery.
a stick?
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a stick you get with buffalo wings or the whole stalk.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
thinking,
it would be called a stalk.
yeah. So I was thinking maybe it was like cut like a stick
Huh. Okay.
for half a calorie.
God, nobody wants celery more than someone eating buffalo wings. Isn't that weird? Like when do you ever want celery?
Never?
Yeah, never. Unless it has peanut butter and raisins in it.
No
Ants
raisins.
on a log, baby.
No, I don't need the ants. I just need whatever the peanut butter represents. The goo,
Oh, I guess that's the
dirt.
dirt. Yeah. Never ever raisins?
Nah.
Oh, I like raisins.
This is another one of those things. I don't actually dislike raisins. If you gave me some, I'd eat them. I'd say these taste fine.
Yeah, they're like little candies.
But I don't like them. I won't. The idea
I
of
bet
them.
you could have those instead of having like a gummy thing that you like.
No, they're not going to replace gummy bears
They could.
or mounds.
Or what?
There's this chewy candy. It's kind of taffy-like.
Yeah.
It's, somewhere between Laffy Taffy and an Airhead. It's not as hard as that Laffy Taffy that rips your teeth out. It's softer. But my world travels.
I
I buy them in the foreign European countries. Moams.
wouldn't know.
Moams. Maybe
Yeah.
they're I don't know what they are. They're MOAM, if I recall. They have a variety of candies. Delicious flavors. Oh, I have it backwards. It's MAOAM. Mawam.
MAOAM.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Now, weird.
Yeah, they're good.
Edmund Munster acquires the license to produce an innovative fruit chew without gum made of sugar, syrup, or other ingredients.
Yeah. See, it's good for you.
All right. Edmund Munster.
Mawams.
Meow.
Mawams.
Meow. Every website I go to is asking about cookies. Like every single one. It used to just be like a roll of the dice whether you'd get a cookie request thing, and now it's every single one. This Haribo Malm freaking website. Please don't cookie this or whatever that means.
Is it giving you the option to turn them off?
Yeah, but it's real big now. It's like it's a big thing, and then it says like allow only necessary cookies, allow all cookies.
That's another European thing. I don't know why it would be happening here, even though you're looking at maybe because it's a European company. But
Well, it's Haribo. Is that European?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every time you look anything up, even a Google search, that cookie thing pops up.
Ugh.
Because they don't, the privacy over there, the laws, I guess, are a bit stricter, and
Right.
they don't like the trickery. It's like, yeah, we're collecting all this data on you and you don't even know what's happening. So it pops it up in your face in big letters, like, turn this off if you don't want this to happen.
Oh, okay.
But it is annoying. There's got to be a way to just blanket say no.
Yeah, just get away from me. Speaking of data and transparency, the White House made a TikTok account.
And
Well, even though they're trying to say that it shouldn't exist because China is stealing your data.
well, it's China stealing your data, and China is manipulating the algorithm to further divide, to sow tensions between the two sides.
Yeah.
Which
like
it
that's
does.
not happening by the hands of the people in charge.
I don't disagree with that. It's happening all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But that TikTok algorithm, it goes one direction or the other. Like if you look up, and probably because there isn't much moderate material, people just like, okay,
Sure.
both sides are stupid, and let's think about these things rationally.
The moderate is the lack of posting.
The moderate's also the enemy of both sides because both
Right.
sides find the moderate. I read something about it. If you're extreme left or right, it's so much of your identity and so much of your personality, and you internalize all of it, that a moderate comes off as dismissing you, not just your ideas, because they're not as engaged. They don't think it's like as extreme as you do. And
Right.
so in their minds,
Then it's rejecting a part of you.
yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, that's like anybody that makes their personality sort of tied to something.
And then the person who's not into it so much, like, hey, fuck you, Pokemon is the greatest thing in the fucking world, you bitch. Just because you're not into it doesn't mean I'm wrong. It's like, I never said you were wrong. I didn't. I just said I'm not into it. I don't know. I don't know much about Bulbasaur. Jigglypuff.
Do you think that's the same thing as Eric always thinking that anytime someone says something judgmental that they're talking about him?
No, I think
Do you know
that's
what I'm talking
I think that's because he's judging everyone else.
about?
And so it's a projection.
Because like when he talks about like people talking about like problems with being an old white male, right? Like he only thinks about it being himself.
Oh, okay, that kind of thing.
But that too, I know what you're talking about too. But like any sort of strong opinion, right? He'll also say.
Well, when you
like,
are an old white male, or when take even old out of the equation.
Sure.
Like when people are saying white people, white males suck, and you're like, I'm a white male. And even if they aren't saying you personally, and it's more of a generalization, it's like, what good does generalizations do? Because it does start to instill that idea that's like, I'm just going to dismiss you because you're white. Like
Mm-hmm.
Eric, I think, is more sensitive to that for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that there should be no problem with generalizations, but it just seems like it's across the board. And when someone is not talking to him and talking about a problem, right? It seems like he internalizes it. And I'm wondering if that's the same thing. Like, does he just feel like he doesn't have a sense of self? And so then anything that is slightly against him is about him, or I don't know.
Well, usually it's the criticisms that are thrown at that generalization.
Mm-hmm.
I think he feels that's not me. I'm not that. You just assign that to me.
Right.
Don't do that. I know it's mostly you white women who throw that term around. I love white women like pretending that they're part of the out group. Like I'm a woman. It's like, yeah, you're a white woman. You've reaped many benefits. Well, I'm still
sure.
a woman. I'm a woman.
Still a woman. Like that comes with its own stuff, but it's definitely not the experience of every woman, especially being white.
The ones who push it the most, white women.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like that's also a
It's a generalization. I get it.
Oh no, I'm just saying like the fact that people would do that. You know, like taking up other people's causes almost like for them because it and that ends up painting them as people that can't do it themselves. So it's like, don't worry, I'm a white woman and I'll save you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you shouldn't be
Or just
picking
white
up.
people in general. I don't know if it's just women.
Well, the white men, I do think, are just doing it to get laid.
Sure.
Not all of them, but most of them. I do buy into that. I buy into it. Not to say that men can't be feminists and that those aren't genuine feelings, but I think
Sure.
if that is their default position, then there's times they've probably really leaned into that to try to impress a woman.
Well, especially if you like a woman that is like that, you know,
Yeah.
if you like a lady that is performative with her what would it be? Performative, like would it be altruism?
If
Performative do-goodery?
no, performative. It could be performative altruism. Sure, it's not altruism, but if it's performative altruism,
What is altruism? I think I don't know the meaning.
it's like being selfless concern
Oh, right.
for
Okay,
others. For
Right.
others, like it doesn't. I don't matter. I just care so much about other people.
Okay.
Unless you don't agree with me, and then you're a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
My compassion and empathy goes out the window. If you say the thing that I don't like, then fuck you. I'm just an empath though. I can put myself put myself in anyone else's shoes except for yours because you don't agree with me. I can't. There's just no way in the world I could put myself in your shoes because you
People
said
who say
something.
they're empaths and don't mean it as a way of like trying to say that they can, I don't know, communicate with the beyond. I feel like people that say that are really just trauma survivors and haven't processed a lot of their feelings. And so this is like an easy outlet to say, oh, when somebody else is in pain, I feel it. And it's like, it's the only way that I can access that feeling because feeling my own pain is too difficult.
It's just too much.
It's just too much.
Everyone's neurosis has been spilled out onto the world. Everyone's trying to process it in weird ways. And it just gets dumped on other people. It's like, you deal with it. It's my problem, but you deal with it. I'm tired. That's why I think I'm getting into baseball. Because I'm just looking for something like, there's a time in my life when I was really into baseball. And I wasn't in tune with politics and all the bullshit happenings of the world, people fighting each other. And it seemed like a nicer time. So it's like, I don't know, I just want to go do something normal that normal people do who don't sit around and constantly think about how every action and every word affects somebody else. It's too simplistic in my mind, but I think top level, if you're doing something that hurts another person or not. And that in itself is really all it takes. It doesn't take the overanalyzation of every fucking piece.
Are you talking about something specific that happened?
No, I just think in general, this is the way that life is these days. Like politics is on top of us constantly.
Well, yeah, I understood the politics part, but not the part where it's like you're going to be constantly evaluated for what you say.
That happens all the time.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were talking about leading up to this. It's like, you better watch what you say. If you even going back to the moderate thing I was saying, and I never finished my thought on TikTok. If you look for some sort of moderate content, the algorithm, I see, like, you can try to steer it, but it either takes you to the far left or the far right. And then once you're in that place, that's all the fucking videos in the feed are. They're just things that match that. And then you have to start consciously choosing something. Like, so if I'm looking for just some moderate, non-opinionated take on something, it will eventually take me to left-leaning content, far left or far right.
Yeah.
And then that's where you get stuck unless you start searching for things specifically that aren't that again. And then you see how it starts to steer to the other way. It's like, my God, no wonder people get stuck in this shit.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of language policing pops up. It's more on the left, but in general, it's like sometimes I just say things and I try to be thoughtful about the things I say, but you're reading into it way too much. Like people assign things like, oh, because you didn't say this, then it must mean you're this.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not your job to like suss that out.
It's not my job to suss it out, but when it's prevalent in the world, then it affects you.
See, that's what I mean. Like, you're talking about something specific?
I mean, there's nothing necessarily specific that happened to me.
Okay.
It's because I don't say anything. I just don't talk to people.
But are you thinking that someone is saying that they're interpreting that as something?
I don't want to run the risk. Maybe it's on top of mind because of my feelings on, the mayoral election here.
Yeah.
And everyone loves that Ma'am Donnie.
Oh, so now you're feeling like what Trumpers felt like. Like you can't wear a MAGA hat or else you'll be in trouble. You can't speak ill of Mom Dami or you're a Republican.
Yeah, it pretty much is that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's probably why it is top of mind.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like I don't like him. I think he's a fucking grifter. He's a grifter. He's grifting you, and he just wants to be famous. But good luck. Oh, we'll freeze my rent. Okay.
How?
He can freeze. He has control of the rent board and rent stabilized apartments, which he lives in one, by the way, so it would directly benefit him. He could say 0% increases for this year, and they'd say okay. And then so if you lived in a rent stabilized apartment, they wouldn't raise your rent. So he could actually do that. Yeah. I don't think it leads to good things ultimately, but
no. And like if we're talking about giant corporations that run apartment complexes or apartment buildings, like I can kind of understand putting a limit on the rent increases. But a lot of times, I mean, they're just like individuals who own something and they need to raise the rent because, prices go up.
Well, they're pieces of shit to begin with. I don't care if it's just a person who owns a single building. They're a landlord, and landlords are scum of the earth.
Right.
They deserve what they get. How dare they buy this building to run it as a business? It's not like they bought a home. They bought a building to rent out apartments. It was a business choice for them. Okay, yeah, it was a business choice. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Sure, you can get some landlords who are real assholes.
Oh, of course.
And
yeah, individuals that are worthless and horrible. And then also giant corporations of apartments that, will be human with you and work with you. But
this is the generalization thing again. Or you get individuals who are assholes and don't take care of the apartment and then they try to jack up the rent. Yeah, but that generalization again.
Yeah.
They're a landlord. The problem is a lot of people can't afford to buy their own place, so they aren't landlords, even if it's just a lord of their own land. And so they feel left out, and they've now demonized people who actually own property.
Right.
And I'm not in saying this, I recognize that there are many problems that renters deal with, but to just throw a blanket over it and say everyone's like this, they can all suffer. Like that's not fixing any fucking problem. But it feels good, I guess, to demonize people and then team up with other people and shit all over those bad people and feel like you're fixing the world.
It's a bad sort of coping mechanism to feel connected to people, to like shit on others in order to feel like you have a tribe.
Yeah, that was middle school stuff. That's what happened when I was in middle school. We teamed up against this kid named Philip.
Poor Philip.
Well, it's just a hierarchy of bullying. Like somebody bullies you, you bully someone, the person you bullies someone. That's what it was like in middle school. It just kind of trickled down.
And I didn't bully anybody.
Well, you weren't a boy, I guess.
I guess not.
What would Dr. Dre see? By saying that you weren't a boy, it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't even say boy or girl. I know most people aren't going to take that approach, but when I say people policing language, I don't live with this fear, but there somewhere in the back of my mind, there's a thing. It's like, oh, he said you weren't a boy. That means that he hates trans people. It's like, what? That's the jump. That's a leap in logic.
Oh,
That's the leap in logic that I think that there are people out there. They exist. They like to take that leap. And if they have enough power, they will destroy you because you said something that had nothing to do with the place they ended up.
yeah. But again, it's like you can't.
That's pronouns. You tell me that I should be he or she, and not that I didn't say that. I just said Autumn wasn't a boy, and maybe that's why there wasn't as much bullying.
And what's a boy do? What's a boy mean? No, I think that when, again, so many things I think seem to be related to some sort of trauma, right? Like you are feeling some sort of way about your own trans experience, and then your whole world is colored through that lens. And so you experience so many interactions or so many things as slights against you. And maybe that's to like build yourself up to it's almost like it's hitting you and it's adding to your armor and it's making you stronger and you feel like it's everywhere. But if you actually did some work and maybe like processed some of that trauma and, you know, accepted it or let it go or just accept it for what it was, then I don't know, you may not experience that as much and you might think, oh, why did it stop? You're like, oh, it never stopped. It's always been there. I just sort of changed my filter for what things are. It's just like when, you know, I'm like mad at my dad, you know, and so like everything he does is connected back to why I'm mad at him. And that can't be true. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm going through something. And so it is me. Not to say that that doesn't mean that it's not real or it's not important or I shouldn't feel it or it's wrong. That's just what's happening.
Well, in general, your situation, your dad being Santa and your dad letting you down in many ways, that's Santa Claus letting you down. And that is a hard thing to deal with.
He was Santa when I was an adult.
I could not deal with Santa being a person in my life who let me down.
Well, I mean, to be honest, it is kind of interesting that he would try to be there for so many children when he didn't know how to be there for me as his actual child.
Was that his motivation in being Santa, or was it more about him?
Could be subconsciously, could have been to like make some things right spiritually. You know, could be.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it is. I had never thought about it, but you're probably right.
I think I wouldn't know how to deal with that. It's like, man, all you kids love Santa. Let me tell you about Santa.
Great guy. Really nice. Charming, funny, great. However, just emotionally inaccessible. And when you find out that turns out you really needed that, you get a little mad.
That's why they say don't meet your heroes.
That's right. Never meet your true parents because you'll be really disappointed.
Everyone's got their own shit, and people have a tendency to idolize if you aren't close to a person. That's a big thing. Going back to the mayoral election, I can't stand too. It's like everyone just thinks this is the most amazing guy in the world. It's like is
that just what you feel is happening?
No,
or because
no.
It's definitely that.
I have to give him credit. He's run a very good campaign. Like he's connected with the public in a way these other candidates didn't. Cuomo just took it as his and didn't even try to campaign. And he's just got this army of people on the street who are like loving him. And they do these, I guess they went through voter rolls. So they just knew where people lived and they personalized these things. And I think Christina took a picture. I wasn't home, but they slipped something under our front door. Yeah. And it was like a Mamdani campaign flyer, but it was personalized, handwritten for Gregory. Love, Zoran. I was like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. But I think for a lot of people that goes a long way. Like, ooh, that's nice that they put this effort in, this little effort. I was like, the cult of personality, I think, is disgusting all around. That's why I didn't like Trump the first. I don't like cult of personality. I want politicians to just fucking be boring people who take the job seriously, who aren't fame whores. That's what I want. And there were people who were running in the campaign who were like that, but they don't stir up emotion, and everything is fucking emotional.
Well, everyone's in a very heightened state of emotions or trying to repress, the emotions right now. So, it's tough. It's a tough time.
And so I'm feeling a way about that. It's like I'm angry that every candidate who is on the ballot is on the ballot. Like, there's no fucking choice. Zero choice. And the person who's going to win, you could argue in many ways, is the least worst choice. But I don't want to vote for the least worst. I don't. And
I know.
And to me, seeing people not looking at him as least worst, thinking he actually is the savior. It's like, no. You're going way too far with this thing. You're making a jump from least worst to this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. And you're ignoring a lot of red flags. And I get it. The other side is so fucking awful. Not even the other side, because Cuomo was a Democrat too. It's like, I get that the choices are so awful that the contrast really does put him in a different light. But you're missing the grift. Like, it's happening right before your eyes. But so be it.
So don't vote.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, good.
He'll win.
That's my big platform. Don't vote.
He'll win. The mayor doesn't have too much power. It's going to be another de Blasio. Hopefully it just doesn't go on for 8 years. Only 4. But
is it Congress? Why doesn't Congress have term limits or like age limits?
I think there was this idea, at least early on, that people viewed it as service to their country and would just do it for a bit, and they would step aside. It wouldn't become their career. Like, it was a thing you were supposed to do. Like, all right, I'm a professional. I'm going to go do this for a bit. I'm going to help out, and then I'm going to go back to my life. But the power and the money just became too much. It's like, I'm staying here. And
so stupid.
There is the argument that, do you always want new people coming in who don't know how it works? Don't you want people around for a while? I was like, sure, but not forever. For a while. So if you want to put term limits on something, the Senate doesn't need to be like 2 terms. Do with 6 years, do 4 terms. Then you have plenty of people who've been there for many years who can teach the new people when they come in, and then they can get the fuck out of the way.
I mean, it's wild to expect people who are 82 years old to be able to know what people need or want.
I don't know why they don't let it go. I agree with you. They're not like, you're not connected.
No, you're not. There's just, I mean, we aren't old and we are less connected than we were. You know what I mean? Like, we're not in the trenches of, trying to getting out of college and trying to find a job and making our way in the world and like starting off the first decade of our like working careers. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't know what those people are going through right now. We're a little disconnected. Maybe in our, mid 30s, we were closer to that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, we all slowly drift away from what the median experience is living. And if you're fucking 82 years old, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know how to use your phone. You probably fuck up your remote all the time and put it on like child protection because you can't figure it out and you press the wrong buttons because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean?
Is that going to happen to us? We get to a point where it's like, you just don't understand how to do things.
I mean, I kind of feel that way now. I mean, not with the remote, but like, because I have Ellie and Pete, who both will like hand me their phone for me to do something, and I'll do it weirdly to them, and they're like, just do this, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, I feel frustrated watching my mom do stuff on her phone. Now they're frustrated with me doing stuff on my phone, you know? So I get it. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I was trying to give my parents one of my logins the other day for
Oy,
like a
oy, oy.
streaming service, and I was on the
Nightmare.
phone, and they just couldn't get it done. I was like, you're not even that old. Come on. You can figure this out.
But wait, where's so now there's a code on the screen.
Yeah,
what
what
am I
is
supposed
this?
to do with that?
$12.99 a month. I was like, no, that's if you sign up. Just go to
Yeah.
the sign-in screen. Just go to where it
But
says
I don't want
sign
to
in.
pay $12.99.
It's like it can't just charge you. You have to put credit card info in. It can't just start.
Up in the top left of the screen, you should see this. Okay, top. I don't see it. Top left. Like, yes, it's at the top left, above the compose button. Do you see that?
And then you know how difficult it can be to put in like an email address and the password on the TV. So the QR code
oh my God,
is
with
easier.
the buttons. Yeah.
But it's like, I don't even want to try to explain how to use the
No.
QR code.
Don't do it. It's too confusing.
I think they gave up. I think it's like, I'm just going to log it on the computer. I was like, okay, yeah, just do that.
Perfect.
It was like when I was trying to help them they booked their tickets, their flight when we went to Germany, but they were trying to pick their seats, and I was trying to talk them through it. Like, oh, how do we pick the seats? And I was
What?
trying to talk.
They didn't know how?
No, and then like after the fact, it's like, all right, log in. All right, you click here. It's like, oh boy.
What?
Boy.
Oh, parents.
But
yeah, I guess that will be me at some point.
I know I was thinking about it. It's like, is that going to happen? That's not going to happen to that level, right? I'll be more on top of things.
I mean, I hope I will.
But I guess there will be technologies that come about that I just won't be that interested in. And then if they become more prominent, you'll find yourself in a spot, because maybe early on, something like streaming Netflix, if people had cable and they liked cable, like, oh, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting into this stuff. And then it becomes the dominant way people are watching things. They're like, oh, I got to figure this out. I don't think the metaverse, for example, is actually going to take off. But
not in the way that they thought.
But say it did. It's like, I'm not that interested in it. I'm not going to be getting involved in it. And then if it becomes a thing that everyone's doing, I'm like, oh, I'll be left.
That's true. There. You were left behind.
So that could happen. I think that's the way it does happen, right?
Yeah.
And I would hope that I'd be able to figure it out, though. But something happens when you get older. It's like, I can't. I don't know. How do I figure this out? It's like, you've been using computers. Like, it's not different. There's nothing really different here.
I agree. Like, my mom worked in IT and still struggles with stuff. I'm like, I expect her to do things really well, and she still struggles. I'm like, I don't understand how you like helped people with their computers. What the fuck?
That is funny with your mom. Like, how did that go?
I don't know.
Can you find some of those people? Bring them on. Tell me how my mom helped you with your computer.
I mean, I think she did a really good job. You know, she always talked about how everyone loved her, and she was very like, you know, she was working with computer dorks, and so they were like, and they were IT, you know, so they were like, ugh, you messed something up and it's your fault, and they like were not patient or cool with anybody. And I think my mom was really nice. So, I mean, outside of maybe procedural things, right, that are easy to do, like, oh, I need to reset your password for you, or I think she was really pleasant as well. So, but I don't know how she, like, sometimes, Mom, if you're listening, I love you. Just saying. Sometimes it's tough. But I guess I'll be there too.
I don't want to think about it because it's not really that far away. It's not really that far away.
It's like not. What do you think?
20 years away. It's like, I can't work this.
Confused. How do I make it go back to the beginning? My poor dad one time was like confused that he wasn't on the internet because the browser setting had been changed, and so it wasn't opening up to his email. And so he didn't know that he was online. when it just opened as like the blank browser page. I was like, whoa, crazy.
Well, what's the next? AI is this technology that's here that apparently is going to change everything. I don't know if it really will. I mean, it's going to have an impact, but is it going to be... I go back and forth. I don't know how much AI is really going to take over. I think people are putting a lot of weight into it. And maybe it just kind of stays in a certain spot where it can read through a shitload of information in a short amount of time and give you suggestions. But is it really going to become so fucking smart? Because it's pretty dumb.
Know.
It's pretty dumb right now.
Yeah, I don't think that the fear is unjustified. I think it makes sense to be afraid of it a little bit. I don't know. It's weird too, because it's like even that has been politicized about like it uses too much energy. And if you don't care about the environment, then you'll just use ChatGPT.
Yeah, but that one's not, I don't feel like that one's taking hold.
It's not. People are like, whatever, make it happen.
There are people pushing that. And it is true, it takes a lot of energy. It probably is bad, but you would view that as a liberal thing. And there's a lot of liberal people like, no, I like AI, I like ChatGPT. I'm ignoring this.
Oh, you know what I saw sometimes on my TikTok lately, I've been getting like police videos of people getting like arrested for stealing. And
why are those popping up? Because those started showing up for me too. And then you watch one, it's like, and it decides that you love them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, apparently I love it. But I was watching one where maybe because I keep watching it too. I'm like, okay, I'll go to part 2. There was a woman who was like stealing from Target. She was homeless. They were going to give her a break because they could see what she was stealing from Target was not like goods. You know, it was like groceries, and there was like a tent and a blanket and food and stuff. So, and she even said like, I'm homeless, but she was obviously like mentally ill and was freaking the fuck out. And anyway, so I looked in the comments and people were saying like, she's a Biden supporter, you know, libtard. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this person is obviously ill. Like she obviously isn't reacting like a normal person. Like something's wrong.
They can't help themselves.
So odd.
They cannot help themselves. And on the flip side, if you think that somebody breaks the law should be arrested, then you're a bootlicker. I was like, no.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know where to go.
That's the confusion. It's like doesn't feel like there's a place because nobody's living in reality and holding two truths at the same time. It's one truth or the other. There's no space for two. There's no space for nuance. It's like you can say she broke the law, but we should have compassion. And that's
what they were doing initially.
And this is a problem. And how do you deal with a problem like this when a person is just looking to survive? But
then she messes up her chance because she has mental illness. Like you can see it. Like her hair was all weird. Like you can just tell. Like something was wrong with her. But instead, the thing that people saw that was wrong with her that she voted for Biden. Like, that's not. Unfortunately, I did comment.
What did you say? Don't see. You're not going to.
I know it's a problem. I was like, ew, why did I do that? Oh well.
You're not going to convince anyone of anything. But all right, what did you say?
I think I said.
You're probably too rational.
I did. I said, guys, she obviously has mental issues.
I love the way this makes you.
I really got through to somebody, I'm sure.
This makes you crack up.
Why did I do that?
There are so many people who can't help themselves. When I
didn't, but you know what I didn't do, like, which is the mistake of commenting, is like call people out. You know, I just stated something. I didn't say like you guys are, you know, assholes or like Republican, blah blah blah. You know.
No, I'm sure you didn't. It just isn't gonna really. It just opens you up.
I'm soothing myself now because I'm embarrassed for doing it.
But when I say people can't help themselves, you'll read something. It has nothing to do with politics, and people find ways.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta. This was a few years ago, and I just stopped at like this thrift store. It was more of like, I don't know what it was. It was like a junk place. It was like run by a guy. It was his business. And it was kind of outside, but kind of inside. And just went and looked through, and I found something I wanted, and he checked me out. And he's like, if you pay with cash, it's this, but if you pay with the credit card, it's going to be more because that's Biden's economy. It's like, huh?
What? What does that have to do with Biden?
I don't know. Things
What does
are
it do
more
with the credit card companies?
things are more expensive in Biden's economy, and I want to say no. You pay more if I use a credit card. You incur a fee, and you just want to pass that fee on to me. You can say
Yeah.
that it has nothing to do. If things cost more, then it would cost more if it was cash. Like this, what you're saying.
Weird.
You're just looking for every opportunity you can.
Biden's economy. That was like thanks Obama. Remember?
Yeah, I want to be removed from it. And I used to think that was irresponsible. And I don't believe that anymore. I think being involved in it does more harm than good. And you just doing the best you can in your sphere of influence is what actually helps change things. Like, I don't know, you act a certain way with the people around you. Maybe that motivates or inspires them to act a similar way. And it gets passed along. Like big picture
I've said
stuff.
that forever. I've said that.
That's the way. That's the way. It's like, you're going to tell me if I'm not going to vote in this election because I hate all the candidates that people are going to die or people are going to suffer. No, if that's the case, you still can't put that on me. That means there's giant problems.
Right. And there are people that are either more equipped or have more drive or have the ability to be able to handle that stuff and tackle it and all of that. And I'm glad that those people exist. It's the same thing for like artists. I would not want to do that. Seems like a struggle, seems like, whatever. I'm not that. But the world has artists, and that's great. And there are people that should do that. Just like the people who are, willing to fight for stuff like that, or that's not me. It feels I feel better protected keeping out of that stuff.
Well, you're racist. Because if you aren't
Right.
going to get involved, that means you don't mind black people being killed.
Well, I don't think that is true.
But
So
that's just another illustration of what I was talking about earlier.
yeah.
There are people who make those weird leaps in logic.
I mean, I guess if you want to make that leap, I mean, they're not saying it right, because what they should be saying is you aren't helping to stop that by not participating. And therefore, in a way, somewhat supporting it.
If they
Right?
approached it that way, I still think that's an overreach.
And then what do I do? It's like, okay, well, what do you suggest? How do I vote for Mamdami? Is that what you're saying? I don't think that's it.
He cares. He just wants to make the city more affordable for everyone. It's like, I don't believe him when he says that, because the only people voting for him are the well-to-do white people. I mean, there's a lot of them, and he's winning.
Is that true?
Yeah. All the working class and people of color didn't vote for him in the primary. It was all the white people.
Yeah. The performative do-goodery.
And
the poor people can't afford stuff, so let them eat cake.
He still doesn't address that. And then he says things like, we should tax rich white neighborhoods more. And maybe I don't agree. I think it becomes too complicated if you start taxing different neighborhoods different. Like, you already have income tax according to what you make. And then if you're going to start getting into neighborhoods that are poor, like, good luck. I don't even know how you're going to manage that. But he says things like that. And I do think it's funny because white people, like, they vote against their own interests because they're so desperate to prove something. So white people deserve that. You're white.
Well,
that
I guess
would
because they don't
you.
consider themselves that.
Or they do, but they're so willing
Oh, it's like a penance.
Yeah. This is a way for them to prove that they're willing to give something up because they've never actually done it on their own. They've never had the choice to give any of the stuff up that they think they've gotten because of their privilege. Like, no, I'm not going to personally give it up, but someone then takes it away. In practice, I don't know if the same tune would be sung, but when it's in theory, it's an easy way for people to see I am willing to go against my own self-interest for the betterment of society.
You're a good person, rich white person.
And I trust the government to do good things with that money they take from me. Because they always do. They always will.
Who did the like minority or whatever, not minority, but
Cuomo.
like, they voted for Cuomo?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, you can make arguments that like black communities just for the most part, high percentages vote for Democrats. And I know that Mamdani's a Democrat, but he's a Democrat socialist.
Mm-hmm.
And Cuomo's establishment Democrat. And there's plenty of problems with the establishment Democrats. And black communities shouldn't just give them their vote. But it's still the way things are framed quite often is if you vote against Democrats, and this is different because usually it's Democrat against Republican, and Republicans are racist. So if you vote for them, that you're voting against your own community.
Oh, okay.
It's really entrenched. But in this instance, if we really dug into it, I'm not saying Cuomo is the best candidate for them, but I also am not going to go down the path where people say that communities don't know what's best for them, like the white people like to do. And this is what happened last time with Eric Adams. I was fooled. Eric Adams obviously turned out to be a disaster of a mayor for New York, but the way these same people who vote for Mamdani talked about poor communities and communities of color because they liked Eric Adams because he wasn't abolished the police. He was, form better relationships, reform policing.
Oh, I remember you talking about that. He was bad?
He's bad just because he was corrupt. Like he was taking bribes. People in his I know it's not really a cabinet for the mayor, but part of his administration were arrested even just recently for taking money, keeping bike lanes out of, like, a business was giving a woman money to keep bike lanes away because they thought the bike lanes would hurt their business, which has actually happened in some instances, but taking bribes to keep things from happening. It's
okay.
You can't do that.
He's like, I want to bring it back to a classic New York.
He was also in it for his own celebrity, like everyone is these days, but he was pretty blatant about it. But going back, a lot of white people, they just don't know what's best for them. But you can't really blame them either. It's the public schooling system. It's like all of these things were stacked against them. So it's not their fault they don't know what's best for them. They shouldn't. And like I also feel bad
for moving into their gentrified neighborhood and kicking them out because the rents got too high.
Exactly. And I go in and I don't try to assimilate into their culture there in the neighborhood. I change it. I want to make it my Wes Anderson film.
I want a really weird boutique plant store.
Yes. Wes Anderson's
that also
amazing.
Sells tea.
You ever see Amelie? That's the kind of world I want to live in.
Chocolat.
Amelie was so amazing. So I just got into baseball.
Okay. That's good. I'm watching Tabitha Takes Over.
I don't know what that is.
Is that lady with like real short blonde hair that goes into salons and tells them how dirty they are and then fixes them?
Does it take, or is it like, Bar Rescue and the other show with the guy who says it's raw?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, they go in and fix these places, but they still fail in the end.
Yeah. I mean, some of these places are still open. Some of them have changed names. Like I was watching one where I think they were in California and I looked her up and that salon is gone, but she just moved back to Tennessee, y'all. She opened up her own place.
Well, she couldn't make it in LA. Was she in LA or just California?
Yeah, I think it was LA.
Yeah, I know this woman. I looked it up. I recognize
Tabitha
her.
Coffey.
I recognize her.
But I'm watching that. I don't know why.
It's fine.
I sort of get bored once like they start cooperating. I only want them to fight.
No, it's nice when they cooperate because I haven't watched this show, but if it's similar to Bar Rescue, they go in fast and hard, and
Yeah.
they really break the
that
person
guy,
down.
he's aggressive.
It's because he's so big too. I feel like,
And he screams at them.
and they can't do anything because they try to punch him. He'll destroy him.
I watched this guy on YouTube. I think his name's like Chris James or something. He watches episodes of that and talks about it.
Mhm.
And he watched a bar rescue. And it was about like a bowling alley. The people, it was a bowling alley. That's all. It's weird. Because I'd never watched it before. I've only watched it through this other person watching it.
Yeah, it's time to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar Rescue.
Oh, what? Is that what he says?
That's what the intro says every time. They set up whatever the episode's going to be, and then it's time to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help to Bar
Pull
Rescue.
back the doors.
I know, it doesn't. It's like they want to say curtain, but I guess curtain doesn't. I don't know.
Pull back the doors. Okay. Hand your keys. Hand me your keys. I'm taking over.
Ramsey always too. Like, I'm going in. This place is disgusting.
Oh yeah, he's like, what? It talks about like chicken. How old is that?
I would not eat at a restaurant.
How long's this been here?
After seeing that, even if they've reinvented themselves. It's like, I saw what you guys were harboring. Old chicken and dead rats. Can't bring myself to eat here. Oh boy,
gross.
It's 2:00. You got a big radio show in an hour.
Whoa! I can't wait
You got to prep yourself.
to listen to just yelling.
Did you watch the latest South Park? It was brilliant.
Oh my god. I love when he discovers something. Like, I swear to God, he's gonna by the end of his career, he's gonna start talking about TikTok being kind of cool.
I don't know if there's that much time left because
Maybe not.
South Park's been around for 30 years. So.
Yeah, and he's all of a sudden thinking it's brilliant.
I mean, what they're doing, it's nice that there is a place that just doesn't care about the things we're talking about. Like the things I've brought up. It's like, oh, if you say this, someone's going to take this jump in logic, this leap, and they're going to demonize you. And the show doesn't care. I get why. I get the appeal, but I've watched some of the episodes. Like, they're fine. They're
fine.
It's fine.
I like that first one. It was shocking. That was funny.
I guess the latest one was the AI one.
Yeah, it was all right. I didn't think it was so great. It was fine.
No, but I mean, it did a good job of showing ChatGPT and what it does. It does always say that you're smart. It's like, that's a great idea. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Unless it's Gemini, Google's, and then it says, you're racist. Here's how you can be a better person.
I really don't use AI except for ChatGPT.
Yeah, I don't use
it.
I don't use a lot of it either. I did look at Grok, but Grok's always like on X. This is the discussion. It's like, I don't care about what the discussion is. It's pulling a lot of its information from X. It's also looking through other sources, but I guess it has access to that, and maybe the other AIs don't. And I don't think that's a benefit necessarily, but they do. Like, you can get the real conversation. You can see what normal people are talking about on X.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
like, I'm not even on X.
No. Formerly known as Twitter.
Ugh. Just call it fucking Twitter.
Bluesky.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. See ya. Bye.